don't know, mind, and not knowing something. So I'm thinking of school. So when I was in elementary school, the teacher asked me a question in front of the class. I don't remember how old I was, maybe 7 or 8, I can't remember. But the teacher asked me, "What is the capital of California?" And I completely froze. And then I started getting really embarrassed. And then I was like, I don't know. So we have a don't know there. But that don't know is different from the don't know we talk about. And actually, the question she had is different from the question we ask in Zen, right? Whether it's a Kongan question or whether it's about where does fear come from? What is my true self? Why am I here? These kinds of questions. So the question that my teacher asked is a type of question that requires you to go in this database here and hopefully pull something out. I didn't have anything there, so I couldn't pull anything out. So that's that type of question. The don't know that I was feeling was don't know I'm stupid and don't know I'm embarrassed, right? So that's a little bit different from the questions we ask in Zen because, or the questions we ask in our practice, because the questions we ask in our practice doesn't have an answer, right? Like we said, where does fear come from? So keep peeling the layers back. Where do emotions come from? Where does thinking come from? Where does mind come from? Where does consciousness come from? Eventually, if we're sincere and really open and honest, we don't have any idea. Or the question that appears often in Zen is, what am I? We say it all the time, right? I like this, I believe in this, I do this. But what is it really? Where does I come from? I love talking to scientists about this. I have a good friend who's a scientist. And they've discovered some amazing things, especially about the brain and the human body. But when I talk about where does I come from, they have no idea. My friend keeps telling me, "Oh, we're still working on that one," and they're going to be working that one forever. Why? Because there's not an answer. So that kind of question returns us to don't know. But this kind of don't know is different. So the question my teacher asked me comes from here, and the question we ask in Zen comes from our intuition. The don't know I had in class was don't know I'm stupid. The don't know we have in our practice is, again, pointing to this original intuition, right? This original clear nature, this true self, whatever name you want to give it, because it's before thinking. Usually we follow our thinking, right? So I see this many times when we're in the interview room doing Kongan practice. I can see people automatically go to their thinking, but it's not that kind of question. So we know from our own experience that if we follow our thinking in life, what happens? We have a lot of problems. If we follow our emotions around in life, what happens? We have a lot of problems. So it's not about not having thinking or not having emotions. It's about trusting our intuition, using our intuition to respond first, because if that's clear, then our thinking will be clear and our emotions will be clear. In fact, I don't think it's a separate thing. This intuition, thinking, and emotions are the same. So that's how they're different.